Welcome to episode 84 of the OVW Fan Zone Live. This is where fans talk back. My name is Jack Minogues.
I'm Brian Hines.
And I'm Brian Allen.
And we are in a brand new set here. Well, same set. Big facelift.
Same place.
Yeah. Same place. Yeah, big facelift.
I can see us on the screen over here on my computer. This really, yeah.
How do we
I'm
look?
digging this.
How do we look?
Yeah, how are we looking?
We look good.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Other than the new set.
Wrestling's biggest fan says, wow.
Oh, WBF. Nice to see you in the chat, buddy.
Roy Bischoff says, let's go.
Roy, what's up, man?
It's good to see you, Roy, and Sherry on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Where's J-Rod? We don't know. She's not here.
She didn't let us know where she was going to be.
No. Yet. But this is, other than the new set and the new set of clothes that we all have on, this is business as usual here on Wednesday night on the OVW Fan Zone Live. You already heard him, but let's introduce him formally. Tiny Brian, say hello, please.
Hello, please. Tiny
Brian is in the chat, is at OVW Podcast. He will be there not only chatting with you, but collecting all of your questions and your comments and your concerns and your complaints and your requests, anything OVW related or related to the wider wrestling world. He'll be there collecting those because this is where fans talk back.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Heat and Heel says we look great.
Well, thank you, Heat.
Well, yeah, you dressed everybody on set.
No small part thanks to you, Heat and Heel. No small part thanks to you. Mm-hmm. After the conclusion of this program, as it does every Wednesday night, our show, the OVW Podcast, will premiere a brand new episode over on our YouTube channel. That's the OVW Podcast YouTube channel. You can click Tiny Brian's avatar in the chat. It will take you over to our channel. You can like us over there, follow us over there, subscribe to us over there, and like I said, catch our brand new episode at 8 p.m. this evening.
It is supersized.
Yeah, it's a long one.
It's both the last Thursday and Sunday. So yeah,
and there's an unboxing in the middle of it too. So it's about an hour and a half. So if you've got that kind of time, we would love for you to spend it with us.
Jam packed. We had the fortune. We went over this in the show, but we'll talk about it a little bit here too. We had the fortune of going on Sunday night for Tough Love. Anything that you guys wanted to ask the chat about as far as Tough Love? What was a big takeaway you guys had about Tough Love?
Definitely. Well, I mean, the energy is always great, but we mentioned it a little bit yesterday on the show with how great the energy was when, a lot of titles were on the line during Tough Love, and a good amount of title changes came with that. And just seeing the reaction to the wrestlers who did, get their spotlight, get their moment to get some gold, it's always special, but it definitely felt especially good on Sunday. And I'd love to know the chat. What'd y'all think of that? What was your favorite title change or your favorite pop of the night? That's what we talked about a lot too.
Yeah.
What was your match of the evening? We just want to hear what you guys thought, whether or not you were there live or you were watching it on this YouTube channel, what you guys thought about Tough Love in the chat. Hines, any takeaways from Tough Love?
The handicap match with Steven Steele was my big match of the night. There wasn't a bad match. It was great to see Shalonce in a different setting against Noelle. It was great to see the triple threat for the media title. There was not. I didn't really like that match so much.
Yeah, sure. All killer, no filler.
Exactly.
Sum 41.
Thank you.
1999.
Yep.
Yes. So it's getting warm again.
Thank
right?
goodness.
Changes in the air. OVW is going to go back out on the road as they do every spring and summer, and we have a ton of new dates to go over, recently announced dates, returning to some favorite places and visiting some new ones. Brian Hines, tell us where we can find our our favorite OVW superstars in and around the great state of Kentucky.
Okay, this is what we've got so far. February 27th, there is a SmackDown watch party at Derby City Gaming Center in Louisville. March 6th, Alumni Center here in Louisville, Kentucky. March 7th, the very next day.
Lexington, Alumni Center, Lexington, Kentucky, south of town.
Did I say?
Right behind
you
the
said
mall.
Louisville.
Oh.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
That's a lot of L cities.
That's a deduction.
Yeah. Well, there's only, between Lexington and Louisville, there's only one L city.
Yeah, that's fair. March 7th, Tailspin Ale Fest, Louisville, Kentucky. March 15th, March Mayhem, Hot Point Davis Arena, Louisville, Kentucky. March 28th. Our favorite shows of the year are at the Manchester Music Hall, and the next installment of a house show at the Manchester is March 28th. And lastly, rounding out the calendar, April 4th, Bluegrass Sportsplex, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. You can get tickets to all of these events at ovwrestling.com.
And, of course, ovwrestling.com, that's the new place where you can find tickets. That's kind of the best source for any and all news or announcements related to OVW other than this show right here. We don't want to bury the lead too hard, though, on that Manchester Music Hall show. That is the same weekend as Lexington Comic-Con.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Lexington Comic-Con is a wonderful event. We've had the pleasure of going for the last few years. I think if I end up going this year, it'll be my 5th year in a row.
You will be going this. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's not a.
That's a.
Thought that was a super
Mikey
chat.
Ward, Ward, thanks for gifting the subs. Appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, the Manchester Music Hall is within walking distance to and from Lexington Comic-Con. If you're interested in going to Lexington Comic-Con, you can fit in the wrestling earlier in the night. If you want to fit in the wrestling later in the night, you can fit in Comic-Con earlier in the day.
And OVW is going to be at the Comic-Con anyway.
Yes, OVW will be at Comic-Con. Al Snow will be at Comic-Con. Kevin Nash will be at Comic-Con.
Right.
Cheech and Chong will be at Comic-Con.
Christopher Lloyd. Doc Brown.
Oh, right. Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah. Reverend Jim.
Sure.
From Taxi.
No, so there's a lot of wrestlers and wider pop culture celebrities, and you get to meet them and get to shake their hand and all kinds of fun stuff at Lexington Comic-Con. That could be a really good weekend for you in Lexington if you're an OVW fan. We'd love to see you that weekend. We will be there. We will be at Manchester Music Hall, and we'd love to see you. Yep. I guess we've got a lot of show to get to, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break right here. We'll be back for all of our predictions recap, our predictions for next week, and, of course, the final segment of this show where you, the fan, gets to talk back. Thank you guys so much for watching us here on this Wednesday evening. This is the OVW Fan Zone Live.
I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
I'm Lena Fikes, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone. I'm Allison. We're from Country Boy, and we're in the OVW Fan Zone. Hi, I'm Cindy, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone. What's poppin'? It's the Bullshadow with Scotty Brown, Hollywood Haley J, and I am in the OVW Fan Zone. I'm Debbie. I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Keith, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Sarah, and I'm with the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Christian, and I'm with the OVW Fan Zone.
Hey guys, this is Joe Cooley, and I am in the OVW Fan Zone. Let's do this.
This is Wes Martin, and we're in the OVW Fan Zone. Please join.
I'm Brandon, and I'm from the OVW Fan Zone.
Yeah. Hi, this is Roy Bishop, and we're in the OVW Fan Zone.
Hey, it's Voice of the Valley, Eric Cornish, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
Welcome back, OVW Fan Zone Live. This is where fans talk back. If you're just joining us, my name is Jackman Oaks.
I'm still Brian Hines.
I'm still Brian Allen.
And I'm collecting your questions in the chat room.
That's Tiny Brian back there. He is our producer. One half of our production team. The other half is a little more silent, usually. Tiny Brian, like he said, is in the chat. Please get him your questions and your comments and anything you guys want to talk about with us or want to hear us talk about. This is your guys' platform. We cannot do it without you. Tiny Brian, let's go over our predictions from the Rise previous to Tough Love, please.
Happy to do it, sir. One moment here. I'm just pasting in a question before we get to that. Kind of got a lot of juggle back here on Wednesday nights. Let's get into our review. First, we talk about probably one of my in contention for one of the best matches of the year so far, in my opinion, in the form of Da Bomb Eric Surge versus Richard Holiday. And
Boys
let's
at Haas.
see. Yeah.
Richard, both of them, but we've seen less of Richard Holiday.
The Bryans were correct in predicting that Eric would be victorious, but a fine first outing from one Richard Holiday.
Yeah, like to see him. I mean, tough spot. Former U.S. champion, show opening, or very early in the show, I believe, right?
That was the first match.
The opening,
so tough spot.
It was like
Tough
17 minutes, wasn't it?
It was a long one.
Yeah, it was a long match. Maybe the longest match. Just a real, true slugfest. It was so good. So good job to Alan and Hines on that. Let's see. Alan, you get to take the dub for the next match, where you correctly predicted that the remnants of the trifecta, or the bifecta as I occasionally like to call them, would defeat the team of Star Rider and Evil Z. That was still introduced as the
Doom Syndicate.
Doom Syndicate.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They've been kind of moving away from that presentation, but it did come back for this match, which I thought was interesting.
It was, yeah.
Let's see. Let's move along here to some women's action. The Bryans once again correctly predicted that the Marionette Noel would be victorious over Leela Hall, legally distinct Leela Hall. So good job, Allen and Hines once again. Chapman, don't worry, you'll let's see. Everybody thought Shalonce would show up to interfere with this match. While she did not do that, she did show up immediately after this match to announce that their match at Tough Love would be no disqualification. So I'm going to give y'all half points for that, because they did show up right around that match.
Shalonce definitely knew what she was doing when she chose that stipulation. She, of course, took the victory over Noel this past Sunday night.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. Let's move along to the OVW Rush Division champ, who took on Brian Allen's favorite sheep herder in Icon Lee.
Boss Squad, baby. You already know.
But weirdly for this match, only Jackman took Icon Lee. So therefore, only Jackman must take the L, as Icon did fall to the Rush champion. The Bronze are on a tear tonight.
Who knew? We had her, man. We had.
Everybody's safe because we know the Cash Daniel Von Rocket match ended in a mountain falling on them in the form of Mount Kadeem. We'll talk about him more in a minute. Then let's see. Then we have Z-Force and Los Desafios. And somehow, I think all three of you were sort of convinced that Los Desafios were going to become past tense, basically. This would mark the end. Turns out we couldn't have been more wrong, so none of you correctly predicted that Los Desafios would not win, not only on Thursday, but then would be your new OVW Tag Team Champions on Sunday. So,
quick turnaround of events given the last few weeks with Los Desafios.
Yes.
To go from the brink of falling apart to brand new champions. Congratulations. Great week for those guys.
Yeah.
Great week for those guys. Love to see it.
Yep. All right. So that's everything we had from the previous Rise. Let's get into the hottest segment in OVW history for the first time on this brand newly decorated set. It's time for predictions.
You could have let him have it for
just once. Predictions.
All right.
There we go.
It's okay.
I feel better now.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm excited. Me too, button. Me too. Okay, let's.
That's a totally different kind of button.
That is, yeah.
I too am feeling bleep bloop pow.
It's a good feeling, man.
All right, let's start out with a fallout from Tough Love, some Valentine's violence. We will see a 4-way match.
Whoa.
Which will pit Cal Hero versus Anthony Toatelli versus Steven Steele versus the OVW heavyweight champion Dustin Jackson. Does anybody want Dustin Jackson is my first question. Does anybody think that he's going to be able to get around these three people who probably all want to see him smeared on the canvas and making Josh upset?
This could turn to a handicap real quick, man. I mean, with how things ended at their match on Tough Love, man. I don't know who I'd pick here. I know, but it won't be Dustin on this one. He's gonna have a lot to work against.
Hines, what are you thinking over there?
I mean, after seeing the match at Tough Love, I'm all in Steven Steele.
Okay.
I kind of see. I would have a hard time arguing against that.
Yeah.
Because this is extremely similar to the match that we saw at Tough Love, and Steven Steele was able to claim victory there.
He was,
The chat room seems to be going Steven Steele here as well.
Yeah, I see him in the chat room. 169 baby doll
representing.
They're loving Steven Steele. Are you loving Steven Steele, Brian?
It's
Allen?
hard.
What do you how are you feeling?
It's hard not to, man. Steven's that guy. Do I think he can, pull something crazy off again here? He absolutely can. He's proven that.
Time and again,
yes. Absolutely.
I mean, he held a championship he is not qualified to hold for like 4 months.
He did.
He
He's
can pull off all
100.
kinds
What do you
of stuff.
mean? He's 169 pounds.
Yeah. He fit the bill, man.
Yeah, the belt fit on him.
It did. What you got? What you got up there?
169.
There you go.
Cosmic Joe, you're allowed to be late. We're just happy you're here.
Yeah, no, we absolutely are. Thank you.
You had
for
a good
joining
reason,
us.
it looks like, Cosmic Joe. I love being able to see the chat over here. This is great.
It's nice.
Right? New innovations all over tonight in the fan zone.
Yeah, we talked to a couple people and said we had some things that we were working on, and here's part of it. Here's the first part.
As far as
the pick, man.
Yeah, I've got Hans giving us Steven Steele.
Steven, you know what? You remember, Jack, when we talked about that thing? Sometimes you got to feel like you need to stand out a little bit. It's like a trigger in your mind sometimes. Anthony Toatelli, that's my pick.
Ooh,
okay.
He's been that guy he's with as nasty as he is every time he's on screen, man, and how good he is in that ring. He's held back because he's had a partner there, Dustin, who's had the belt. He's kind of been that protection for him these past few months. And I think now, since, they kind of had a dispute there at the end on Sunday night, I think Anthony unleashes, man. So that's my pick.
You know what? I'm going to stick with the person that I brought to the dance, Dustin Jackson.
Look at you.
All right.
I think at the slimier this guy gets, he's got 3 people trying to grab onto him. He's going to come out covered in baby oil. They ain't going to be able to catch him, man. They ain't going to be able to catch him. I just think Dustin Jackson has proven himself not to maybe the degree that Tony Evans has, but Dustin Jackson, it seems like, has a plan, knows where he's trying to go and knows how to get there. He played Cal like a fiddle to even get the OVW Heavyweight Championship.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you mentioned Anthony Toatelli, who I love, another one of my favorite wrestlers on the entire roster. He's kind of been the protection.
Yeah.
I think that there's a real, Dustin Jackson ain't exactly sentimental.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is not the name of the game with Mr. Jackson.
Not this version of him. So I think that, as quickly as maybe Toatelli and Jackson kind of fell apart, Jackson can replace him. And who doesn't want to share a locker room, ride with, trade tips with the OVW heavyweight champion?
That's fair.
It's a big spot. Yeah. It's Toatelli's to lose, but it's someone else's to gain. I'm going to go Anthony Jackson. I'm Dustin Jackson.
Anthony, you good?
Anthony Jackson. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like that though. That's a good wrestling name, though.
If I could have stuck, that would have been a great monologue. If I could have stuck that landing.
Yeah.
All right. So, anybody want to comment on the fact that nobody took Cal Hero? This is a 4-person match. There's 3 of you. The odd man out is Mr. Hero. Anyone want to justify their position before we move on?
Cal Hero has bigger things on the horizon, and Dustin Jackson has shown that anytime Cal gets close to him, gets physical with him, that he's willing to go get Katie or willing to go get somebody to make a stipulation or to make it so that if X happens, then Cal can never challenge for the championship ever again. Cal's hands are tied right now and have been basically since Dustin has become champion.
Well, they're not anymore, are they?
Well, that's kind of.
I still feel like he's definitely going to be a major part of the title picture moving forward over the next few weeks and a couple of months. I just don't feel like tomorrow night is the night. I feel like tomorrow night, these 4 characters in this setting are going to tell a different story that doesn't revolve around Cal's single one-person push to the championship.
I like that a lot. The reason that I kind of don't want to pick Cal or would is because, like I said, the bigger horizons, the wider things on the horizon, we've already got the match set at March Mayhem.
Can't forget that.
Oh,
I did.
Cal knows he has to be on his P's and Q's because he also knows that Dustin probably can't beat him in a straight wrestling match.
You're probably right, yeah.
So as long as we get to March Mayhem, and it's a straight-up wrestling match, and Cal's minded his P's and Q's, and there's no more corners for Dustin to back into, Cal can probably regain that title.
Yeah.
And I just see him trying to play the long game here. So.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Cosmic Joe brought up a good point. We're still waiting for the Cal Hero heel turn. I felt like we were going to get that on Sunday.
Sure was close.
I really felt like it because it got really, really tense. And there's what was it, Pop? I said I've had all I can stands, and I can't stand no more. That's where he was on Sunday, in my opinion.
I agree, and I think he's been working there for a long time, working to get there. What do you think, Brian Allen?
Yeah, no, he definitely has. It felt like, the moment was right there. They could find it again down the line, though, just because with how Dustin's been towards him and how even the OVW crowd's been towards him, that thing can go any second. And you're like, it makes sense. You don't blame him, So that'll be good to watch, man. Good to watch for.
What do we have next?
Let's move along. I think we've pretty well beat that dead horse. Let's move on to some action I'm looking forward to, which shows your newly crowned OVW Media Champion one, Ashton Adonis, taking on the Arkansas Roughneck himself, Shotgun Tony Gunn.
There's an element of this match that...
sorry to interrupt, but the picture here makes it look like Ashton Adonis is posing for his work ID. And it just looks very amusing.
I need to see that.
He doesn't talk often, but when producer Malachi does show up, he has important things to say.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That was a good one.
Malachi, I would like for you to...
points.
If you could clip that and we could just put it in a folder somewhere so we could just have Ashton Adonis's work ID picture, please. Might need it. For no particular reason. I just feel like it's good to have. There's an element of this match that's like, oh, congratulations, kid. Now let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Tony Gunn is the measuring stick. But argument to be made, the most challenging measuring stick in OVW. One of the most winningest champions in the history of the whole damn company.
Yeah.
Has won every belt except for one, and it's the newest one.
Yeah, he just hasn't had a chance yet.
Really hasn't even been around as consistently since that belt was introduced, right?
I'll tell you, I was looking at old OVW match results from 2016 the other day. Tony Gunn is there, winning championships.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tony Gunn was the show opening promo my first night that I ever spent in Davis Arena.
Nice.
Yeah. So
say that again.
The first time I ever went to Davis Arena, Tony Gunn was the show opening promo.
Oh, wow. Okay. I can see that.
So he's, as long as I've been an OVW fan, been, someone that I'm very used to seeing, right?
Sure.
But what do you guys think Ashton Adonis has? Brian Hines, let's start with you.
All the momentum in the world right now. Clear head on his shoulders. He saw the opportunity. Lawless was out, pinned him. Took it. That's it. I'm ready. I'm here for it.
So who are you taking?
Adonis.
I
like it.
He looked great out there on Sunday, and I feel like this is just the beginning for him.
Yeah.
Brian Allen, how is Ashton Adonis going to measure up to Tony Gunn?
In that ring, he's going to hang with him every bit till that final count happens, man. The variable here, I guess you could say, is, things ended Sunday night. He took that opportunity, got his pin on Jake, but other than some, confused stares, maybe some resentment, maybe some regret, maybe some relief in that ring at that moment, we didn't get a true falling out or
Roy Bischoff. He managed to make a green thing. Says, "Welcome to Rush."
Roy,
I don't know if he paid money for that or if that's a member thing.
Well, welcome to Rush.
Either way,
he's a Canadian music fan.
Yeah.
He's following the spirit of radio.
I just like that one Rush song where Geddy Lee raps. Called like Pushing Bones or something. You ever heard that one?
Roll the Bones.
Roll the Bones.
Yeah.
Where Geddy Lee raps. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. I think that's a good song.
Yeah.
Brian Allen.
Yeah.
Please,
you're good.
please
You're
continue.
good. You're good, man. I am picking Ashton Adonis. I'm with you, Hines, on this. But I am very curious of where does the
Cosmic
trifecta
Joe
go?
499. Why did the best of 7 between Tony Gunn and Star Rider end?
Great question.
We have
Biggest
no idea.
question in many of our lives these past few months.
We
man.
need this. We need to know this. Why it didn't happen. Is there any way we can pick up where we left off? Can we start it over? Because 3 out of 3 people in this studio on this side of the camera were like, we are so here for this.
Yeah.
That was,
And
that thing
2
was
out of
really
2 back
heating-
here, too.
I think it was really heating up.
And the 2 people in this match have a connection with the Star Riders. So
They do.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, we might be circling back around too.
We might.
So
who knows? Wouldn't it be something if Star Rider just kind of made an appearance and then Ashton started something with somebody else and, maybe he just jumps in and rushes Tony Gunn. Do I
Yeah.
think it'll happen? Probably not. But
anything can happen on a Thursday night at Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road. Get your tickets at ovwrestling.com or watch right here on this YouTube channel at 7 p.m. tomorrow evening.
that guy, what he said.
That's it.
All right.
You're going with Adonis?
Yes, I'm with Adonis.
I'm going to join my friends and colleagues. I'm going to go with Adonis as well.
Let's do it. Astonishing picks, man.
I can't really bring anything different to the conversation other than what you guys said. I love you guys' points. I'm going to go with Adonis.
All right.
I do think, though, that Tony Gunn is just there is something a little funny. Like, there is something a little like, haha, kid.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's see it.
Yep.
Let's see it, yeah.
All right. Let's move on to perhaps one of the most even, and I don't know how you guys are going to predict this. We're going to see
Good Lord.
OVW's the defender of OVW, Super Z, is going to take on a returning competitor, relative renowned, a young man by the name of Mount Kadeem.
Shoo-wee.
Tough. The big guy busy that night?
I sure hope
The
not.
big guy from the Z-Force?
Kid
Colossus? He busy that night?
I think his back is still giving him
hurting.
problems.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What was the
that's
villain
Lots
that
of
was the
back
cause
breakers.
of that Z said? It was Dr.
Dr. Bonebreaker?
Bone. It was there was a person that
Yeah,
was
he named
the reason
somebody,
for that
yes.
injury. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to ask him. Yeah.
I'll start this one.
Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm.
Why
I
don't
mean,
you?
as much as I love Super Z and the Z-Force,
So does anybody want Super Z in this match?
It's hard, man. That's a
I
hard
don't
pick.
know how I don't see a path forward for him to come out on top. I mean, Mount Kadeem is just, if you haven't been to OVW while he's made an appearance in ring or standing at the top of the ramp or whatever, they don't call him Mount Kadeem because he's a tiny individual. He's huge. He's literally twice the size of Super Z.
He's got to be about 3.5 Super Z's.
Yep.
That man, I mean, we all know we call me tiny ironically around here. Kadeem could pick me up and spin me around and make me feel like a...
I was going to say, go on. How is that going to make you feel? I'm going to go ahead and cut to the chase here, and not with my own words, but I'm going to quote our friend Breezy33 here in the chat. Super Z is going to fly, and it's not going to be by choice. I'm taking Mount Kadeem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes from Hines. Alan, do you think there's any way? Is there a chance?
There's always a chance, right?
There is always a
that,
chance.
there-
Is there a good
there
enough
is.
chance that you're going to earn your prediction here?
Not quite. Not quite. I'm going Kadeem, but I'm really interested to see how Super Z's gonna. I say a lot of wrestlers got a deep bag. He's one of them.
Yeah.
He's got that bag to make some stuff work. He's taking on Jack Vaughn. He's taking on the mammoth Donovan Cecil in ring and lasted for a while. So size is something he can take on. But Kadeem is that's like you said, when you're there at that arena when he comes out, you don't think they make humans that big, man. But I got to go Kadeem for sure.
He's a cat of a different color for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's move along to some women's action, where we see our OVW Women's Champion Leela Feist taking on the Marionette Noelle, who has been beating Shalance. So recently fell to her in that no DQ match at Tough Love. But Noelle is undeniably on the come up. What do you guys think?
I mean, why don't you take us, Brian Allen?
Yeah.
We know that you've been a big vocal defender of Noelle on this program.
Yes.
And on our podcast. New episode comes out at 8, right after the conclusion of this program.
Don't miss it.
Tell us what you're thinking here between our women's champion and Noelle.
Absolutely. So, Noelle, man, this whole month, you could say, past 30 days or whatnot, racking up the wins finally. And that's been so great to see for how much work she puts in, for how much she shows up to work. You could say there was a humbling period, a cool off period, when you get put through a table.
Sure.
Just days ago. And then, we go to the very next rise, and you got to take on the champ, who's, maybe not quite the force that a J-Rod is.
Sure.
Or like a Freya is.
Or a Shalance, for that matter.
Or a Shalance, right? But there's another element that Miss Feist has that's I almost slipped up. I almost said, she's getting real evil with the tactics on Sunday. But you were like, not quite evil. We're at a different level right now, but the evil could come.
Quasi-evil.
Yes, that's it. And is that something that Noelle could counter?
Is that something? Can she rise to the occasion?
I think she can.
JJ Lawson, I'm sure a neutral observer, says that Noelle does not have a chance.
Oh man!
Which brings us to a question: do you think that the Feist friend zones are going to get involved?
Well, here's the thing: is if JJ Lawson says it in this chat, it's usually true.
He does have some credibility in this fan zone, to be sure.
A perfect record, basically, of saying things in this chat.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me have to agree with him. I'll take Leela just based on JJ.
That's a dang good argument. I mean, JJ, when you hop in here, and it's appreciated so much, and you give us some of your input on things. It's just you got it, man.
Rarely ever wrong.
Yeah, rarely ever wrong. Noelle's that girl. I can't wait to see how she performs against the champ, but I do got to go Leela.
All right, look at that. You know what I admire about you, Brian Allen, is we all know your picks. We know you love Icon. We know you love Noelle.
Got the people I really mess with.
But you don't you don't let that get in the way of an actual a prediction.
I got to be realistic. Sometimes the bias will get me, but got to be realistic for sure, man.
All right, and I believe that only leaves us one Brian. We're one Brian short of a prediction lineup.
Yeah, I guess that would be me. I mean, it's a classic question of, am I going to go with my head or am I going to go with my heart? My heart says Noelle because I would love it if she got one over on the women's champion, Leela Feist. But do I really think that's going to happen? Not tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm going with Leela Feist.
All right.
Hey, that's a Leela 2 weeks in a row for Noelle.
Just to be clear, that is
a sweep.
The first match, all of you picked someone different. The 3 since then, you have all made the same choices.
Okay.
So just to be clear, maybe we'll get some distinction now with your new OVW Tag Team Champions, Los Desafios, taking on...
Hey, Matthew.
Matthew's arrived.
Hey.
Taking on perennial favorites around here, the Only Bros.
We need Weston in here, man.
Yeah. He will be excited.
Yeah.
How about you speak for your cousin, Brian Hines? What are you thinking about this match?
If he were here right now, I know Weston would say Only Bros all the way. I'm not sure I agree with that sentiment. Don't get me wrong. I love the Only Bros. They're coming right along.
Yep.
Maybe cool it with the whistle, but
I love the whistle.
They've started adding whistles in the crowd.
Yeah, when Miranda dropped like 100 whistles in the crowd that time, that just took it over the top.
I just really love unnecessary noises. Just something about them.
I don't know how I feel about that.
All right. We had to go through.
Thank you, Alan.
We had to.
And Brian Allen expresses your producer's feelings about random noises in the middle of the show.
Long story short, I'm going with the champs. Congrats, fellas. Los Testafios, I think, are going to come out on top. Sorry.
All right.
Brian
Hans
Allen.
goes with the champs.
This is I'm having a heart versus head moment too. Heart says only bros. Head does say Los Desafios. Keeps that momentum going, man. I'm going Desafios, but the only bros every time they get on Rise, that makes me really happy. It makes a lot of people really happy. It's good to see them, man. Hope they. I don't gotta hope. They always put on a show, man.
Yeah, I in this new year, I was really hoping for more upward mobility for the Only Bros.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Prime was injured. In that time, Boy Toy Troy put in the work.
Yeah.
Looking great, best he's ever looked. Prime came back with a whole new intensity. He's still a very young guy, still got a lot of energy, so ceiling's very high for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted more upward mobility for them. It's tough. We're heading almost into the third month, end of the first quarter of the year.
Wow.
And they're taking on the brand new champions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough for me to find where that upward mobility is going to come from. But then again, last week we thought Los Desafios were going to break up, and now they're the champs. So
yeah.
That. It's wrestling. It can change very, very quickly. It can change at the drop of a dime. However, this week for me, not the change. Los Desafios, head and heart.
Well, I do have some news to break now.
Okay.
I think I know who the Only Bros Goons of the Week are going to be this week. I think I'm looking at them.
That's fair. Fair assessment.
Fair enough. Hey, that'd be a big spot for us.
I really would.
We'll take
Please
that
make these guys your
honor.
Goons of the Week.
I would take that in a heartbeat. That'd
proudly.
Be a big spot for us.
We'll prove that we earned that spot, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll
goon in here.
Any place, any man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not any.
Yeah, we'll goon any place.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some more tag team wrestling action, shall we?
Please, yeah.
Which will see our former OVW tag champions in the form of Jack Vaughn and Donovan Cecil taking on the Troublemakers. What do y'all think?
Speaking of upward mobility, Troublemakers, I think, big surprise that they got as far into the tag team tournament as they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I remember this correctly, they took out Level 3.
They did,
right?
Who,
I think we all took Level 3.
We're all big Level 3 fans.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Whether it's together or separately, Level 3, J3 and Kirko are destined for great things in OVW.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely, without a doubt, destined for great things at OVW. Troublemakers beat them, though. Troublemakers beat them.
Man.
Yeah.
Everybody can any given night.
Yep.
I need to see. Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Without making a prediction, I need to see the chemistry between Jack Vaughn and Donovan Cecil.
Yes, that's it.
I need to see how they're feeling, what they're thinking, how they're feeling after the loss on Sunday. Glad to see them back. I honestly thought that after the loss, they could have just gone the way of the dodo.
Mm-hmm.
I was anybody else hoping that we would finally see them have a program against one another.
Well, that's why we have to see what the temperament is.
What the mojo's like.
So it's really hard for me to choose right now when I have so little information on how they feel about their loss and about each other and about the future of their team.
Yeah.
Brian Allen, how are you feeling?
Just about the same. When that match ended and they lost their titles on Sunday, there wasn't any straight up. There weren't a lot of signs. No shoving and arguing going on. Just a more like, hey, that was on me.
Yeah.
Kind of, hey, miscommunication thing. So if they take that approach and that's how they're moving forward, then, they're still as deadly as a team as always.
100%.
But with this, that's why this Rise is so important. If that divies to the other direction, then we could see that one-on-one program really, really soon. Because
this could be the triggering point. You're absolutely right.
Because of that uncertainty and how the Troublemakers have been going crazy. I'm going Troublemakers. I got a pick ready, and that's going to be the pick for me.
So you're Troublemakers, and you were.
I have not chosen.
Yeah, not yet. Yep.
Oh, I see. Jury's still out. Let's see. Let me update my notes. After the match on Sunday, you could tell both Donovan Cecil, Jack Vaughn were clearly upset. And, you know, anytime you lose a title like that, whether it's hook or by crook, you know, you're gonna be upset.
Yeah. Right.
But at the end of their time in the ring, I feel like mentally they had things worked out between each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're on the same page. Before it got to that, I felt like they were really firing on all cylinders. Yeah. And I'm really looking for them to come back with a vengeance and take it out on the Troublemakers. The Troublemakers have been solid lately.
They have.
I mean, if they come out on top, that makes them look even stronger. But I don't think it's going to be their day. My money's on the Mammoth and the Veteran.
Yeah, beating the Troublemakers, or the Troublemakers beating Donovan Cecil and Jack Vaughn is a far bigger coup than beating Level 3. And beating Level 3, don't get me wrong, it's a medium-sized coup.
Yeah.
But this would be a far bigger accomplishment for them, for sure. I'm going to have to go with the former champions.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go with Donovan Cecil and Jack Vaughn. I was very impressed, surprised even, that there was no shoving, there was no bickering, there was none of that after our match on Sunday.
Right.
Solidly on the same page.
Yeah. It seems like, I mean, now granted, these are two very talented guys. I'm not going to say that they have huge egos, but they have a lot to be proud of. And that can always, especially when there's trouble in paradise, when there's a little bit of turmoil, that could always rear its ugly head.
It could, yeah.
But sitting where I sit right now, knowing what I know right now, I have to take Donovan Cecil and Jack Vaughn.
All right. Okay, so let's move on to more women's action, shall we?
Yes, please.
We will see J-Rod taking on as far as I know, a newcomer to OVW. You guys may know. Ray Lawson. Chat room, anybody recognize that name from OVW?
Yeah, JJ's sister.
Wait, seriously?
No.
JJ, are you related to Ray Lawson? If
Ray.
Still in the chat room.
Ray and JJ, yeah.
I mean, that's there, man. I would have believed it.
Let's go quickly on this one. I think that we all kind of are on the same page here.
Anybody want the newcomer?
Should we just
hard
1, 2, 3?
Sure.
Yeah, close to it.
1, 2, 3.
J-Rod. Oh, I thought you were asking me if it was 1, 2, 3 that quickly when J-Rod beat her. I said yes. But, I think we're all on the same page.
Always good to see a newcomer though, and see what.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what she brings to the table. Looking forward to her being a solid addition to the women's division.
Yep.
I just think after Sunday and flying through and then getting stuck in a ladder, she's probably not going to be in the best mood.
J-Rod,
no. I do think Ray may get beat from pillar to post, so to speak.
Man.
Yeah.
Just because.
She's mad.
Just because.
Yeah, just because it's time. Let's see. Let's move on to our final prediction of the week, which will see your OVW Rush Division champion, one Brendan Balling, taking on Tommy Boy De Niro or Tommy Boy Evans or whatever. Superior Tommy, whatever he's calling himself these days. Tommy.
Right. Tommy Boy.
Superior.
Yeah. Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a prediction.
That's
match
what
of
we're
the
here
night.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh.
I mean, these guys. I like that. This is the matchup I didn't know I wanted. Right. This is the matchup I didn't know I needed. Two of the most pound for pound athletic guys that you have in the entire company.
Yep.
Both a little young. Both have a lot to iron out in terms of their future and this whole wrestling business thing. But both of them have an incredible amount of potential and have lived up to that potential so far.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan Balling, quick championship, of course. Tommy Boy joining up with Tony Evans. Two different trajectories, but I mean, can you guys think of anybody that's been more impressive in a shorter amount of time than those two guys?
Not at the moment. It'd take me a while.
I
I still don't know if I'd find it.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with that one. Possibly J-Rod.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And different, impressive for different reasons.
Yeah.
Hines?
As far as this match in particular, it's not going to be one-on-one.
Yep.
Tommy Boy, he could have Larkin show up at ringside, Drew at ringside, Superior Tony Evans. Could potentially see Tony Evans on commentary. Who knows? It could be any or
like that.
all of those things. Yeah, I kind of like that too. You know what else I would like is if you went to that thumbs up arrow down there and hit like on this video if you could.
It helps a lot.
It really would.
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
We need to start sounding like YouTubers and remembering to plug that.
Yeah.
Ring Smash that like button.
And ring the bell for alerts.
And subscribe.
It really helps.
Maybe do it on
to the
our
next
channel.
100 subscribers, we'll send an autograph picture of Heinz's butt.
Wait, what? I didn't sign up for this. Hey, Alan,
I'm
trying.
trying.
It.
There's a market for it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
There is no market for that. Trust me. I tried.
Incoming requests for butt signatures in 3, 2. All right. So let's see. Did anybody actually
chat? Let us know if you want a butt signature.
Yeah. YouTube voice is good.
Oh,
man.
This will be our very last night. We finally work out the set.
Hey guys, welcome to our.
Has anybody actually predicted? This has been nonsense here. So,
is it a title match or no?
It does not indicate it's a title match. So,
Tommy Boy.
Yeah, I'm Tommy Boy too.
I'll take
because of that. Yeah.
I have no arguments with either one of these gentlemen. Not about Tommy Boy De Niro anyway.
All right. So I want to start doing this being the first Rise post Tough Love. I'm going to start tracking some predictions.
Yes, Junk Punch Hero. It is an 8x10.
Anyway, do you guys think that lovely Miss Larkin will challenge for the OVW Women's Championship at March Mayhem?
I would love it. I'd love it.
Yeah, we don't love it.
Before then.
But yes or no, is it going to happen?
Is it too early
or before?
To tell.
Well, that's why we're predicting.
I'll say no for now then.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go no for now.
At March Mayhem or before?
I'll let you give me a predict it how you want it. What do you think's going to happen?
If it happens, I think it'll happen before.
All right. Jackman?
We have...
Yes, 4x6s are available.
We have a month on the calendar before March Mayhem.
Almost exactly. 28 days. Yeah.
No.
You think not before and not at?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah,
I do not think Larkin within the next month cashes in her key of opportunity.
Agreed.
All right. Junk Punch says he doesn't think she remembers he has it.
Maybe.
Don't let that presentation fool you. She's
to be fair, I forgot too until somebody said something about it after the show on Sunday, and it was like, oh God, that's right. She still has the key. I thought she swallowed it.
Yeah.
But then she still has it. Is there anything else?
I'm not retrieving it.
Got to present it.
Not it.
Maybe you can find it on your pictures, on your butt picture, Hans. It's the only thing I can think of that we know now to predict as far as March Mayhem goes. So let's move along, shall we? Time is getting away from us.
Yeah, let's hear from our fans. Let's hear from the chat,
questions. Please. All right. Junk Punch Hero says, jokes aside, the ending of Leela and J-Rod was great. I've never seen that gag before. Well done.
That was a blink, you miss it once in a lifetime thing. Like, I was there, I looked away for a second, and then just stuck. And when I went back and watched it at home, I went back and hit the arrow back, so it went back like 7 seconds, and then slowed it down, and it's like, what the French toast? How did that even work?
Right.
We talk more about that at 8 o'clock on our YouTube channel. So
yep, and Leela to take advantage, and then when she has the title, just putting a foot on a J-Rod who's stuck there. That's a small
insult
thing,
to injury,
but great for the character. Great heel work.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leela was cooking for sure.
Indeed. Let's see. Then Mikey Ward asks, who's next for Feist? You guys don't think it's Layla or lovely Miss Larkin?
I would love to see a program with Shalonce.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I think Shalonce, yeah.
I'm buying what you're putting down. Yep.
And, Shalonce, you had to pull out some tricks to beat J-Rod, but you're running out of tricks. There's only so many tricks in the bag. Once you get around to Shalonce, who's seen and
has
done
done
a lot,
every trick.
yeah.
She got a legal injunction to get a match.
Yeah. So I mean, you might have met your match against Shalonce if you're Leela Feist,
so to speak. I like it. Breeze33 says, "Turn heel, Cal."
Man.
There are places you can see Cal with a little bit of different attitude if you want to in the wider wrestling world.
Yeah, we have a comment from the chat room about it that somebody mentioned. Then Junk Punch Hero mentions he accuses Cal. He says Cal threw the match. He shouldn't be getting the title match. He didn't hold up his end of the stipulation. What do you guys think about that notion?
He was doing his best out there, at least from what I could tell. I mean,
he did get pinned.
Yeah, he did. Did he throw it? Maybe. I guess only he knows, right? But for the efforts that he was putting in, and Steven had some pins there on Dustin, but Cal even went as far as he, putting the leg up on the rope, to make sure the pin couldn't happen and stuff. So he was putting the effort in. I can't say it was a definite a throw, but
yeah, I don't. Junk Punch, I think might have a little bit of an axe to grind with Cal. Calling it a throw is a strong term. Was his heart is in it as much as you would expect? No, but he was in a situation he did not want to be in.
Yeah,
yeah, he did get put in that situation.
Yeah, I don't feel like he threw it at all. I mean, if you remember right, he was going for like his finisher, and then Steven reversed it, rolled him up, and then you know how it goes. As my dad used to say, 1, 2, 3, we're done. That's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. And then somebody mentioned spotting Cal at a recent TNA event.
Spotted cow?
Cow, not a spotted cow.
That's
spotted
a really good beer.
Cal Spotted Cal Hero.
It's made in Wisconsin, actually.
That's true.
Yes.
So
it's also Wisconsin born.
if there's anybody in Wisconsin, it's only available in Wisconsin.
Hans would not, or Chapman would like you to bring him some beer.
If you want to send,
I second that
down. Yeah.
But yeah, you got so apparently he did show up on TNA recently and was healing it up on TNA.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Wow, really? No, I was not aware of that. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, we
now.
get that from Human Dirt Sheet. So living up to his handle.
Living up to the name. Yep.
Let's see. Breeze 33, which is something you quoted earlier, Chapman. Super Z is going to fly and not by choice.
Yep. It's a good comment.
Yep.
No dirt sheets. I'd like to see Human Dirt Sheet and no dirt sheets in a match.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Says, Shalonce deserves a victory concert.
Hey,
just wait.
I'm fine with that.
It'll happen in the middle of a match.
Yep.
It we're
has
here
before.
for
It will again.
Yeah. Then official yuck. Official
Mr. Yuck.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr. Yuck.
Says Shalonce can't out wrestle Noel.
Categorically false.
I second
Says
that.
he needed.
What you said.
Says she needed the
that's a Noel
no DQ match to get the win over Noel.
No, she wanted the no DQ match to prove a point.
Settle a score.
Yeah.
Categorically false.
All right, let's see here. We have Human Dirt Sheet coming back again. Says Maximo is lucky he has Hotopeso.
We all are lucky to have a good friend.
Yeah, we are.
And we're all lucky to have Hotopeso specifically, like as someone we get to watch do this wrestling thing.
Almost as lucky as we are to have you, the fans, to spend this time with tonight.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
We love
There
you
he
guys.
is. There he is.
That's the heart.
No signed 8x10 butt shots.
Not yet.
No.
We're gonna get those on the.
I want
on
to know
OV Wrestling, man.
Nobody wants to see this old ass cake, man. Lay off.
It's like that's very funny. Okay, all right, you get it. There you go. Okay.
And then Cosmic Joe with talking about the Troublemakers, the thing that I love, so I caught it to put it in here. Called them the Outrunners Junior.
Cosmic Joe, Maybe that stuff you picked up earlier is a little too good.
Yeah, I
the Outrunners are probably a little better than them.
Did you see the 2-pack Outlaw Outrunner action figure set?
Oh no, that's great.
The Outrunners have action figures?
Yes.
Wow.
I thought for sure I shared that on Facebook.
Yeah.
If I haven't, I will find it. I will put it in the fan zone. I'm not going to do it now because we're running short on time. But yes, I mean, I'm the action figure guy. I need this.
I cannot tell you how happy it makes me. I mean, speaking of guys that I recognized from my first OVW show.
Yeah.
Those two guys.
I would love it if they came with like a play set, like a base you could stand them on,
so
and
they
then
could
push
spin.
the button and they could spin.
They should hire you at the toy company.
Yeah.
He's basically Tom Hanks from that 80s movie.
Big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian is basically, he's actually a 12-year-old that's just been bigged up thanks to Zoltan or whatever that place thing was called.
Your wish is granted.
Yes, that.
But I remember I was at AEW and Outrunners wrestled a dark match in Cincinnati way before they were ever signed by AEW.
Yeah.
And you could tell already the crowd was a little like, those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys. And I don't know how much they had wrestled for AEW or anything, but they're still just in the dark matches, pre-television matches. The arena is still filling in, and there was obviously that reaction immediately with them. So not surprised that they got that reaction. Not surprised that they've really made a lot of money for themselves and found a lot of success on AEW, and I'm very, very happy for them.
Yeah,
very happy for them. Nice guys, very nice guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we're about to get out of here, but I will quickly remind you that tomorrow, 4400 Shepherdsville Road, doors open 5:45. Overdrive starts at 6:30. At 7 p.m., it's the hottest ticket in town. It is OVW Rise, 2 hours, live professional wrestling action. We've been talking about it all night. You need to be there. If you can't be there, come right back to this channel. It'll be live and free on YouTube for you right here. And then we are next. Follow we at OVW Podcast right here on YouTube. Go over there, check out our show. One or more of us may even jump in the live chat during the premiere.
Here's a little spoiler for you guys. I am in the live chat most weeks, and I don't think anybody is aware that it's me. Just a heads up.
He has a secret identity.
I'm usually cleaning up stuff here at work afterwards and don't really get into it live, but I was not aware of that.
I'll be on there tonight, so see if you guys can figure out who's me and who's not.
Okay. Take us out, Jackman.
Guys, thank you guys for hosting the show with me tonight. This was a great show.
Oh, my pleasure.
I don't say that. I don't say that weekly, and I don't say it enough. But I had a lot of fun tonight. This was a lot of fun. I hope that you guys had a lot of fun out there watching. We really appreciate everyone that watches, everyone in the chat, and from all of us here at the OVW Fan Zone Live. My name is Jackman Oaks.
I'm Brian Hines.
I'm Brian Allen.
Go to our YouTube page, OVW Podcast on YouTube. Thank you guys. See you next week.
Thank you.